Give it up for Jessie one more time. Here she is. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And it's a
Killed that.
performative hug. We've definitely hugged already,
Yeah,
but you
we
know.
did. We saw each other. We've been hanging out. That was amazing. I
Thank
tell you
you.
to your face. I've been talking to these lovely folks here, but your voice is so special and so uniquely yours. I think that's one special thing about you is like, you say they say when you hear legends and icons, you kind of know their voice within the first few seconds. That's definitely you. So
Thank you. That's
an
you
honor
too.
to
So
be.
I'm
What?
gonna
Thank
share.
you so much.
That's you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have so many questions for you,
Great.
clearly, but we're not gonna make it through all of them. So I'm gonna try to skip to the good ones. If you guys don't like something, I'm asking, be like boo, and then we go to the next one. How about that? Okay.
Yeah. Boo,
Yeah,
boo me. Perfect. I won't trigger any trauma at all.
Okay. Well, not booing you, but me. This is it. Yeah. If I'm not doing a good job, if you want to know something else, I've got your questions in my pocket as well, and we can skip to those. But my first question I wanted to ask you on your new album, Paid in Memories, which, first of all, the title's fire.
Thank you.
I wish we could really actually be paid in memories.
I feel like we are. I feel like we are. But sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I feel like we are. You know, it just depends what your perspective is, but because you could be rich as shit and if you don't got no good memories, what a shitty life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I guess no, it's not a requisite for every life, but if you adjust your perspective, every life has access to that sentence being their ethos.
Right.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah. Considering the first song, what was the emotional and spiritual journey behind creating this album?
Uh I don't love concept albums for me because I feel I'm just very free by nature. Like I don't like bras, I don't like turtlenecks, I don't like titles.
No structure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
no structure, tyranny or anarchy. Anyways, so I don't love that. So I like making until the art starts coagulating, and then it tells me what it wants to be. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to aiming. And mind you, like there's many people who do the concept album and do it very well, but it's not my natural inclination. So I prefer to do it the other way. Mm, and then yeah, and I was making, and then it kind of just started looking back at me, being like, oh, this is it. We're talking about life. It's growth, consistency is, and my shit is just always going to be a reflection of where I am at life. And luckily, it's been a journey of growth and maturity, I'd say loosely, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then the concept of or the reason why the color yellow is so tied to it too is because, and also there's a lot of people asking about the cars because there's a lot of cars and there's a lot of yellow, but it's very by nature, not by, it's well, kind of by nature, kind of because it told me, and then after I realized, I was like, oh, this is perfect, it's making sense. But the color yellow is symbolic for for slowing down, obviously, when you're driving. It's also symbolic for a lot of happiness, but it's also symbolic of caution and like fear. And I thought that was so beautiful because you have to, for me, I have to run towards what I'm afraid of. Otherwise, shit keeps me up at night. And then I feel like I'm against myself and I don't want to be scared of shit. So as soon, like, and I approach that, the stage, there's the same way I approach the edge of a cliff. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, go. Like, go. I don't want to overthink shit, just go. And and I love the idea of being able to use fear as a vehicle towards happiness. And because yellow is kind of a contronym version of a color that could be, that's whose definition can go both ways. I thought it was really beautiful because it sums up the project, walking towards fear and smiling.
Fire.
Hmm.
I love that.
Thank you.
That's very special. When you're creating an album, do you feel like you ever dig back into things you might have done on a previous album cycle, like during that time or 5 years ago? Do you say, I'm starting now and everything within this time frame goes on this album?
Sometimes things get pulled. especially you understand
Yeah,
because
for
you make
sure.
you make so, especially when you write for others.
Yeah.
There's so much that's made, and there's so much that'll never see the light of day, which hurts,
Yeah.
hurts. But every now and then there's something that like shines from the depths of the ocean that you can't ignore. You know, and time might pass, but that shit gonna catch the sunlight.
Right. For sure.
And so there's been moments where like something gets pulled forward, or something that was made early on, because I never stop. I rarely ever stop creating. And so when I finished Yessie, I was still making shit. The day that Paid in Memories dropped, I was in the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's a nonstop. So yes.
Nice.
Wow, all that to say yes.
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 Well, I appreciate the depth. I like hearing the details. My personal question is, do you have a setup on tour, like a studio setup?
No.
Dang.
I know. I can't. I can't. You know what? Maybe I can.
Yeah.
Who am I to say I can't?
Yeah.
I might be able to, but naturally, I like being in tour mindset, and also my voice, like I used to have a really bad threshold. I used to have a 2-show threshold, and so I needed a rest day. Otherwise, my voice was just not gonna make it.
Yeah.
But a tour ago, I fucking did 5 in a row, and the 5th
Right.
day it sounded I was like, great, but that was with prayer and a whole lot of water and a whole lot of yeah.
That's
So
that's what changed it.
and I know I'm capable of that. No dairy, no fried on like days of show.
Ah.
It just have to be a lot of very regimented,
Yeah.
very cognizant of what I'm putting in my body.
Yeah.
So I don't like having a setup. Or I don't like the idea of it because I'm scared.
You're gonna commit when you sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
And then and then I'm screwed for anyone who comes to watch the show. You're gonna hear fucking Bonnie from Family Guy. So yeah.
I highly doubt that, but I feel you. Okay, so Words of a Goat Princess became a bestseller in poetry. Can we make some noise for that? Just crazy.
Yo, bestseller too. Come on, author. She got a book too. We out here. We authors.
Writing books.
Yep.
And I know we talked a little bit backstage about how the comparison between how you feel about the writing process for music versus the writing process for a book. Can you share more about how you feel about either of the two and the comparisons between the two?
I love writing a book more than I love making an album.
She said, what?
I know.
That's what I said. I was like, what?
I know. That's so funny. You had the same reaction too. That's hilarious. Because of the structure. First, the structure, because I love music, but music there's rules, there's structure, there's things that make sense. It's audible geometry that you're listening to. So you have to adhere to that geometry to make sure everything is harmonizing the way it's supposed to and nothing sounds dissonant. And the thing about when I write, that dimension is gone. So it's just a different level of freedom. It's like giving a bird a third wing. That's what it feels like. I'm just out of here. But I love music, and the beautiful thing about restrictions and a box too is that it forces your brain to think and how to like find solutions regardless of not having the freedom that you might have when you have that dimension included. So in that regard, I like it because I feel more freedom. Actually, in the next point, I kind of feel more freedom too. In the next point, I don't like, my favorite part of what we do is being in the studio and performing, because there's no added ingredients or elements. Like there's no, okay, let's talk about album rollout. Okay, let's talk about sequencing. Okay, let's talk about strategy when we're dropping. Let's talk about music videos, which is all great. I'm not mad at it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? And it's not as pure, and there's more chefs, there's more cooks in the kitchen, which again I'm not mad at, but I like being able to rely on me, because I know, wow, that's gonna sound so narcissistic, but I know my level of, like, you know what I mean? I'm not relying on anybody else.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Don't know, like,
I feel it. I feel like nowadays artists have more jobs than ever.
Yeah, I saw that interview where you did that, and I was like, damn, she's fucking right.
It feels like, okay, well, I did sign up to sing and dance, but now I have to be a social media strategist. I have to be a content creator. I have to be my own hairstylist. I have to watch my figure, like be performing in a certain way off the stage, because if I walk outside, everyone might have a phone. So I'm like, I might have to be on. Maybe I'm sad, but I have to suddenly be like kind of computerized. So I feel like the art has taken a bit of a turn. I think we're all encompassing in a way that maybe original artists didn't really sign up for. I feel like even Michael Jackson, I was out there looking at his Grammy Museum stuff. I was showing my daughter, and I was just thinking about how even for him, fame was crazy, but when there was no phones, he could go away and like make an album. When he was
He
making
didn't even like
Thriller.
touring.
No, he said, I hate to tour, but you know the truth. I love that. I love it. He said, well, it's so funny. If you haven't seen that clip of Michael Jackson talking about touring, please watch. But yeah, I understand you completely. And I feel like it definitely makes sense to have a free form way to express yourself. And that's paper, pen and paper. And then, people can read it that way versus us having to, you can close a book and put it away. I feel like as artists, we feel like products, and it has to be consistent all the time. On a corporate level, to us, me and you, when we talk, we're like mano y mano, like we understand. But to people who are contributing to the funding that goes on, it's a business. So that part of our brain, it just kind of like takes the romance out of it a little bit. But I feel you.
You just gotta. That's why I said it in an interview before. I was like, you have to be security guard for your art. You have to be a security guard for your art.
Yeah.
Cause it could get real diluted real quick. That's spooky.
Yeah.
It's spooky. I heard someone else say, they were like, imagine if we had social media and stuff like back then. You think Lauryn Hill would have been making TikToks or would be making TikToks?
Can you imagine?
She might be on TikTok now, to be honest, but like,
Probably
but it's
for
different.
The kids.
yeah, it's different. It's
Yeah.
different. I don't know if Amy would be making TikToks.
I can guarantee.
No shade to TikTok. If any TikTok representatives are in here, please promote my shit. But it ends. Yeah, it's a part of the job.
Yeah.
It's part of the job. Yeah. But champagne problems.
Right. I mean, at least we do have a privilege and have a platform to, the positives are we can use our platforms to create change and evoke change and like give thought to people and inspire. So in that way, it's positive. Like we wouldn't be able to reach people. I don't know how I would reach people in Brazil and in Europe with one post. I'd have to go through like so many news networks and like TV and like travel over there. So, there's caveats to it, but it
like
does,
life.
Sometimes it does feel, unromantic is as my description.
Unromantic.
So, your pre-show ritual before stepping onto a massive stage, do you have any grounding practices specifically, or any superstitions, or any like cute things that we wouldn't know?
That you wouldn't know.
Well, we learned about no dairy, no like.
Yeah, but I'd be a little fast and loose with those rules.
Okay.
I'm a little fast and loose when it's not. Wait, for example, if I have like a stint that's like, okay, Jess, you got 4 shows and your voice is a little hoarse. Your voice is a pony. I have to be.
Your voice is a little hoarse.
I have to be.
Bye. A writer.
Oh my God. Yeah, if I have to be cognizant of it, then I'm more regimented. But of day of, it's just like chugging water, a whole lot of throat coat. That company makes so much money off of Hollywood.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yeah. Ginger tea.
Yeah.
I pray with my squad. I pray alone right before I go on stage too. I cleanse. I like spiritual cleanse. What else? Oh, right before I go on stage. If anyone's ever seen Seinfeld, you know how when Elaine laughs, she fucking pushes, and like I am a little like that, where I just got my love is a lot, and before I go on stage, with my crew and my band, will be like, "You're great," and I'll slap them on the chest, and then they slap me on the chest, and it's a little rough, but it's like it's a little adrenaline pump of like, let's go,
Yeah.
So I'll do that with my band right before we go up. I get a blessing from my mom, because my mom's on tour.
Nice.
So in my pops, and I prep him because he has a little dance solo on tour right now, which is lit. Yeah, and just my whole squad. It's really beautiful. Like my squad is very very tight knit. So everyone just like good show. Like go get it, go get it. Like we just hype, which is very normal when you have like a healthy team. But something that yeah, I anything, I just I just have to center before I go on. And in days when I don't center, it'll take me a second, but I have the skill to be able to do it on stage.
Yeah.
You know, and the best shows are when you're just present the whole time. Hi. That's magic.
Yeah.
That's magic.
Yeah.
Cuz you're so in the now. There's no there's nothing else. And that's what life is. Your life is just comprised of anything you do in the moment, you know? And right now, and that is your life, because the past and the future, it's irrelevant. So I love that about being on stage, that I feel so, like dripping in nowness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And I feel like watching you on stage, you can sense that. Like the song, even here today, each song required a different emotion, and you were able to snap right into that emotion at that time, and it took you right back to when you made it or what you felt when you were writing those lyrics. And we could really see that, especially in an audience like this where we're super engaged and super up close. I respect audiences that Bruno creates with no phones, because not only is the artist super present, but everybody in the room is too. So that synergy that you're talking about, the back and forth that you're able to display with each other is even more present in situations like that. So I wonder how it would feel for you as a present artist, as present as you are, to have an audience full of like no phones. Yeah, it's so intense.
I might feel naked.
Yeah. You want this?
I don't know. I'm not mad at that, but it'd be interesting to, because feel y'all already,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like another dose.
Yeah. For
Cool.
sure. For sure. Okay. So people have described you as having vintage elegance.
What?
Yeah.
Who said that?
That's what the world is saying online, girl. That's because she's not on TikTok. It's vintage elegance with an underlying fury. Do you see yourself that way?
No.
Great.
What?
Great. Next question.
I like the fury. I don't know about vintage elegance. Elegance. That's funny as hell. Some cross-legged and fucking ripped. Okay, cool. I'll take it.
Yeah, okay.
Some intern was like, "Oh shit, oh shit." Yeah, it's
So
funny.
the themes in Before I Love Came to
That was
Kill
another Jessie. That was the wrong Jessie, but it's fine. I'm sorry. Moving on.
No, you are elegant.
Oh, thank
And
you.
you're beautiful, and you're classic, and you're timeless, and you do have fury, okay?
Thank you. I'll take the last adjectives. With the first one, you can. Thank you.
The themes in Before Love Came to Kill Us were deeply intense. What would you say are the themes named in Paid in Memories?
Truth,
Mm.
growth, rawness, spirit, and bittersweet life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What is something about the music industry that you wish more fans understood?
Say lie to us.
Lie.
Oh, okay. I wish more people understood that we're exactly the same. You know, I breathe like when we all breathe the same. We all shit the same. We all bleed the same. We all like. I wish everyone understood that, because I love support. I love the support that I get, and I'm very lucky to be on stage. But there's a level that I don't think is healthy of support when you jeopardize your own health for the sake of supporting someone else, or when you jeopardize prioritizing your own life for the sake of someone else. You know what I'm saying? I love, again, love fans. I'm here for stan culture. I think it's lit, but also self love needs to take precedence over all of that. You know, so I just wish, and I try to talk about it at every show. Before I leave the stage, I'm like, I am just like you. I'm like, I am just like you. I'm like, we are literally made of the same thing. That's number one, so that people understand that I'm like, oh, I really appreciate it, but I also want to make sure that you're not, that you are loving yourself. Spend money on a ticket, but spend money on you. Spend money on a ticket, but spend money on the gym, or spend money on good food, or spend money on yoga, or spend money on music, or like, funny enough, music, huh? But 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 I mean something that's not taxing or laborious. That's not like work. Yeah, fuck. But something that's like that, which is crazy because my manager's probably somewhere like, no, tell them to buy the music. Well, no, but that's what I mean. I mean, like, it just self love should take precedence over anything. You know, it should be you and you is essentially talking about you and God too, and like your spiritual relationship to God and to yourself and all of that. Um, and secondly, but off that same vein, I dreamt of this so much when I was little. And I remember I was that kind of person that I was like, sometimes I couldn't watch music videos and I couldn't watch award shows because everything in me wanted, it was like dangling steak in front of the hungry. That's what it felt like, where I was like, man, what do I got to do? And it felt so far removed because the only access I had to it, and y'all are like, I don't know who traveled here or who lives here, but like LA is a gift for that because you have it so close to you that it's easy for it to become in the flesh. But I was in Toronto, and this is a long time ago, and there was this barrier. It felt like all my dreams were behind the screen that I couldn't permeate, you know? And it was crazy. And this is why youth programs are so important. When I joined this youth program called the Remix Project in Toronto, that helps kids that don't have access to studio time or are facing adversity, or there's it's just a beautiful program. Um, I made it. I applied and I got in. And that shit changed my fucking life because it was the first time that I saw what I wanted in person. And they were able to bring in speakers like King Louis from Chicago, who's a fucking lit ass drill rapper. He came and he was speaking, and it was just, it was being able to see my dream incarnate, my dream human, my dream beyond the screen, and someone who breathes like me, who bleeds like me, who lives like me, who shits like me, being able to be like, I did it, so you could do it. Like, it becomes that much more possible. And we live in a society that's not catered to creators, unfortunately. We live in a society that's very much like, go to school and get a good job just to work your life away and pay your debts. Like, that is a very common thing, and it's just, I just wish for, and everyone's not supposed to win, and everyone's not creative, so that's fair. But for the creatives that have that little flame that's still there, I just want to fan that shit so that society doesn't kill it for you, because anything is possible. You obviously have to work hard. You obviously have to like learn to objectively critique yourself, because also everyone's not talented. That's the other thing, and like, but but the beautiful thing is that you can learn. I couldn't stay in key if you paid me when I was little. I couldn't stay in key if you paid me. But I was lucky enough to meet people that was like, hey, you need to work on that. And I was like, okay. And then they gave me tips, and I was able to apply and objectively critique myself and work hard. And also, work ethic goes a long way, man. Work ethic and the ability to stay enthused despite facing failure after failure after failure is one of the most important life hacks that you can have too. But just, I just want to, I love sharing my testimony regarding that journey, because I don't think I'm any different than anybody in this room. It's literally just work and tears and heart, and like, there's people that are naturally blessed and there's people that have to bleed for it. You know what I'm saying? But anything is possible. So that I'd want to leave, that I'm just like you and you're just like me. That's it.
Well, what would you tell Jessie that was in that youth program, knowing that what you know now? What would you whisper in her ear today? And maybe it's the same messages that you had within yourself before, but if there's any difference, what would you say to her?
God bless
I'm like, yes, God bless you.
you. That's probably what I'm telling me.
Yeah.
You know the what's that movie? The Butterfly Effect.
haven't seen it.
No.
No.
It's a good one. Sorry, I hate when people do that to me because I haven't seen Star Wars and people are like, "What?"
Oh, me either.
See? No way.
No.
Should do it. I know. Yes. Yes, the butterfly effect with Ashton Kutcher. How like if you, but this is a very time travel niche quality in a lot of movies where like if you mess up one thing or change one thing, everything changes. So I've always been scared because I like my life.
Yeah.
I like where I'm at. My tribulations were difficult. You know, a lot of tears, a lot of there's a lot. I got stuff in my heart that's heavy right now, but I've been able to acquire the wisdom to be able to like be at peace despite the pain, and I'm just happy. I'm happy. I'm closer to peace than I've ever been. Maybe not than I've ever been, but I'm close to it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would tell her shit because I don't want to change anything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that answer.
Yeah.
Love that. I want to know what
Love is.
Okay, yeah. She's not only a singer, guys. She's a comedian.
She's fried. That's what she is. Okay.
What are you most proud of right now in your art or in your personal life? Knowing that you're happy, knowing that you're close to peace, is that what you're proud of, or is there something else that you can share with us that's really making you proud and happy to wake up in the morning?
I'm really proud of how long I've been able to do this. Aren't you?
Man.
Girl.
But honestly, it's like, what else I'm going to do?
What else I'm going to do?
Like, even if I tried to stop, it'd be like, I got an idea. Yeah. And we just love it.
Yeah. The creative reflex, you can't hide.
No.
It's just there, and it'll always be there.
The money don't matter, the fame don't matter. It's just like, I actually really love to do this. If you put me in a dark room, I'm still going to try and make beats on the walls and, like, sing a melody. You know? So we just like it.
Love it.
I feel that.
Yeah. What was the question again?
What was the question? Oh, what are you most proud of?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most proud of. The years, especially because we known each other years.
So.
And ain't it something that like you look around, if you, like, there's people that I met my first year in LA, second year in LA, that I don't see anymore.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's
scary, and it's also like immediate gratitude that I'm like, fuck, man, I'm really grateful that I've been able to find longevity.
For sure. I mean, I always think of it as like the high school graduation. Like when you think of like first grade and the people who are right next to you, and then if you happen to go to the same school, live in the same city, you might cross paths with some of those people, but some of them you would never see again. They just were there to exchange a certain energy with you and keep you going along the way, and you were there to inspire them as well. But it's like hats off to the graduating class. That's what I feel like. And that's how I feel about the Grammys too. It's like when you go into that room, whether or not you're being nominated that year, you go in and you see your peers and executives who used to be assistants.
Love
and like,
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're graduating, we're growing up.
At it.
So I've always found that really inspiring, and it's so good to see you as one of the people still at it and killing it. I'm so happy for you. Let's see what else I want to ask.
Shout out Tim Subi, because I feel like that's how I heard of you first.
Really?
Was through Timmy. Yeah. It was an amazing producer who's worked with both of us. But yeah.
Man, my first memory of you was at a writing camp at Glenwood.
What?
Yeah. But she was like, I don't know. But yeah, and it's the first time I heard your voice, and I know. I have hell if I know. We were it was like it was a publishing writing camp, but it was like years and years and years ago, and we were all just doing melody passes. I can't even tell you for whom, but I knew as soon as I heard your voice, you went in the booth and did melody passes. I was like, who is that? But that was my first memory. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're unforgettable, girl.
So are you, but I forgot what I did yesterday, so don't pay attention to me not being able to pull that shit, man. Fuck.
No, same. I have pregnancy brain. Mommy brain. I'm not pregnant. Not pregnant. But mommy brain, ever since I had my daughter, I've like memories are like fleeting. So that's why I'm like, pay the memories. Please pay them back to me, because I can't really literally remember some things that I want to remember. I write down my dreams.
I write down my dreams too.
Yeah.
But journaling every day will
No.
fucking fix that muscle and it'll help you retain it more.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
I was looking on TikTok and they're like, sniff rosemary. I'm like, okay.
That
So
sounds like a
I'll
good
try.
shortcut.
I'll try
I like
journaling.
it.
I have a really important question for you. With everything happening politically and from immigration policies to the way Latino communities are being targeted and stereotyped, how are you processing that as an artist and as a first generation Latina? And what message do you want young Latinos to hold on to right now?
I processed it at first with a whole lot of anger,
Yep.
which I feel like is the very natural reflex. I'll share. I was on tour when shit started really going down, and
Where were you?
where the hell was I? Somewhere in the first 4 shows. I don't want the memories.
Right. Rosemary.
If I look at my journal, I can tell you.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. I love that you can reference back.
Yes.
I was on tour and I had this section before I do a song. Well, actually, exactly how I do it is this. I'll start and I'm like, thank you everyone for being here. And often there's like 1 or 2 or 3 kids in the audience, which is really beautiful. And I say how happy I am to see such a wide range of people, different ages, different races. And then I ask the audience, which I'd love to ask here, I ask who is an immigrant or who is a child of an immigrant or a child of an immigrant. If you could put your hands up. You could clap too, baby. Shit. But I do that, and what's nice, and if you looked around, it's a good chunk of people. It's a good chunk of people, and then I proceed to say I would be blind not to see what's happening in the news, and I feel like I'd be stupid not to say anything about it. And so then I would proceed to go into this chant. First off, to be like, it's community's important, da da da. But then I would say, when I say fuck, y'all say ice. Fuck. Ice. Fuck. Ice. Right. So that's what I was doing for the first couple shows. But you said, what message would I leave for young Latinas? Around the 4th show, my mom, because she's on tour with me, she took me aside. And this might be controversial, but she's her spirit. If you knew my mom, you would understand. Her spirit is different. She took me aside and she said, Mija, I understand your anger. I understand it. But do you think that more hate and more division is going to fix anything? And that shit made me think, and I was like, man. And I thought about it, and at the same time, it doesn't help soothe the anger. And also, I don't think it's our responsibility to educate people that don't understand the concept of empathy. Because at a fundamental level, it becomes very black and white. And I say this at the show too. It becomes very black and white. I hope it becomes black and white for you, despite political views. I hope it becomes clear as day that if when you see a child crying because they're being separated away from their families over an imaginary line on the ground, I hope that it becomes clear that you should come from a place of empathy as opposed to judgment, or as opposed to attacking. However, there are some people whose political views are a lot louder than that natural inclination, or there's people that have been privileged their whole lives, and so they've never even had to think that. They've never even had to process it. They never had a family member have to, like, they've just never dealt with that. So I also understand that side where I'm like, people have their reasons. But the beautiful thing about when you're willing to have difficult conversations with the opposing side, again, even though it's not your responsibility, but if you're willing to have an open conversation with someone about something that they know nothing about, you have the opportunity to open a brain. You have the opportunity to open a mind and to have someone see and to teach someone what empathy is, or to talk to them about a concept that they might have never even like savored. You know what I'm saying? And the more people do that, the more we're able to have more understanding amongst each other, to raise the vibration of the world, because division isn't gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how I feel. There's still a lot of anger, but I really took in what my mom said, and I'm trying to hold space for balancing both of those. Mind you, I'm a bitch of action. Like, I also think action is very important. You know? Yes, very solution based. So talk about it, but move.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
Yeah. Respect. This is such a beautiful conversation. I feel like just hearing your passion about every aspect of music, of community, of the way you want to shift the energy in the room and make people feel once they leave your shows. I understand why someone would come to your show for self-love. I understand why someone want to come to your show to heal and feel something. So shout out to all of you for being here and being present for this conversation.
Thank
And
you.
to you for being such an amazing energy in the music industry and the world.
Thank you.
And to have your mom and your dad by your side, I know that changes the dynamic of the tour entirely, especially your mom being such a guide for you. I love that for you.
Yeah.
So I'm happy we all get to experience the benefits of them being on tour and just being able to watch you flourish.
Thank you.
Let's see what else I want to ask you. There's so many questions.
Y'all make some noise for Victoria. Fucking killing it right now.
Oh, I have a good one.
Okay.
If we peeked inside your journal right now, what are some recurring themes? Like, what are you feeling daily? What makes you feel alive? What's in that thing?
A lot of great shows because
Okay.
tour's been lit.
Yeah.
A lot of gratitude. A whole lot of gratitude. It's nice. I've really done a great job the last couple of years of training my brain. Like, I just don't see problems. I see solutions. You know? 80% of the time.
Yeah.
20% of the time I slip, but none's perfect.
Yeah.
What else? Just finding more joy. I've leaned into finding more joy. What's another reoccurring theme? No.
You're like, tell me now. I love that. It's just like your subconscious.
Just
like,
life, just moving, yeah, just learning to, as fearless as I am with other aspects of my life, I'm learning to do that more with my heart too.
Yeah.
And just be more, because I feel like I have that everywhere else, and in my heart, it's funny because it's just stayed. It for years, it was very guarded, you know. But it's nice when you have so much faith in yourself that you know that you won't betray yourself. Because that's what gives you that fearlessness. Because if you engage with someone who's a dick or who's an asshole, it's fine if you know that you could dust yourself off and I'll be fine after. It's only that. It's, yes. It's so nice. It's so nice to have that. Because for years I didn't. For years I was like, I felt like I was at the edge of a cliff. I felt like I was at the edge of a cliff. But now I know that I'm down there and I'll catch me if I need to.
Right. I love that. I love that. And when you talk about gratitude and joy within your journal, I love that. And I think it's an exercise I've been trying to do as well, just starting my mornings off with 10 things I'm grateful for. And it changes the perspective in the whole day. You walk down the street different. You're like, oh my God, a tree. Like, that's amazing. Like,
it is amazing.
Breathing, literally, if I touch that tree, like the roots are so deep, it's in earth. Like, you start to think about stuff. So I feel like as an exercise for all of us, because we want to honor each other. I think we should all have journals. I'll start journaling, and we all have journals when we start writing what we're grateful for. Start with 3 things. And see how you feel. See how it makes you feel, in addition to listening to amazing artists, in addition to attending amazing shows and inspiring each other. Just write what in your life you can be grateful for, just like Jessie.
That's a great idea.
Where do we want to go from here? Do you believe, I'm curious, this is juicy. Do you believe in soulmates or twin flames? Or multiple soulmates, or is there one?
It's funny. I literally just asked this on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
I promise I didn't see it. That would be so lame.
I believe in multiple, I think. I don't have I can't stand behind a solid answer with full faith, but I hope there may be multiple.
Hmm. Do you feel like soulmates? Have you found your soulmate musically? Not like platonically, of course, but like.
I've found, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got a few in my life that I'm like, ah, like your soul just like, it just
Feels right.
yes,
Yeah.
yup.
I love it.
I love that. It's so nice
Yeah.
because you feel at home.
Right, and that's what you want to feel when you're being that vulnerable.
Yeah. Because being in rooms when it's not that is fucking
Like writing
hell.
camps. Is that writing camp?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's difficult. It's so difficult, especially with strangers that you've never met. It's like, okay, tell us about your deepest, darkest secrets.
No, literally.
And sing in key. Give us some runs. Go. Oh, we're judging you, by the way. Yeah, crazy. Love that.
And we're trying to make a smash.
A smash. A hit.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Well, what is something you're learning to forgive yourself for?
Mm-hmm. For being human.
Mm.
I read so much and I read so many spiritual, philosophical, like, books that a lot of stoicism, a lot of like, and I have this ideal form that I aim for. Yeah. And there's been times I've faltered myself, and there's been times that I've faltered because I expected it in someone else. And I've been so angry at myself for both of those. So I'm really lucky that I've had like I have a homegirl from high school that's just my dog. And she has seen me in low places where you really it's so community so important, and you don't even need that much. Like, you just need 1, 2, 3, maybe, but even if you just got one, and mind you, if you're a loner and all you got is you, then go to that mirror and make sure you're communicating. But she it's so benefit. This is why journaling is important too. She reminded me of who I was.
I feel that.
That is such a mind fuck, like, because there's a whole other. First off, it helps so much, and then after someone that you love has to remind you of who you are, then you have to face the next mountain, and the next mountain is forgiving yourself for having left yourself in the gutter. You know, so it's twofold. So forgive. So it's so human, like forgiving myself and that's the thing I learned, that I was like, people falter. People falter. And the silver lining is that it teaches you never to point a finger. There's a saying in Spanish that says, no escupan el cielo porque le cae en la cara, which is don't spit in the sky because it'll fall on your face. Which is like, it's equivalent to like, don't point a finger 3 are pointing back at you. There's been times in my life where because I read so much and because I was so close to God, and that happens to a lot of people that are unfortunately, like, it just happens, Sometimes the pipeline from religion to asshole is very, very like very, very common. And there was times where I held that so much as my North Star, that when people didn't match that, I was like, no, fuck that, ain't around you. No, fuck that, I'm not associating with that. No, fuck that, we don't match morally, we don't match this, we don't match that. And then God will provide you a situation where you think you know yourself, and then, so it taught me to be more understanding to when other people are going through shit, because I don't know everything. The smart man knows he knows nothing at all.
Right.
So that's what I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. These are some beautiful answers. Um, it's just it's nice to get into your brain outside of music too. I think as artists we get all of these music questions, so I didn't want to ask too many.
These are great.
Even though it's a Grammy Museum, I just a deeper dive into your brain,
Crazy,
and your heart and your soul. So I also have some really fun questions from the audience in my pocket. Okay, and I want to try to get through all of them. There's a stack. So the first one says, how does it feel to be able to travel the world with mommy and papa?
Great. Like, I'm getting to pay back a fraction of the love they gave me. I don't think I'll be able to repay it, but I do it my best, and it's just really nice. It's really nice. Yeah.
That's so sweet. That's really a dream. It feels very like you want to be able to travel and see the world and bring the people you love with you. It's no fun if you get to go on these amazing trips and you come back and you're telling everyone about it. And they're like, "That's great."
Bring me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you want to bring your family, so that's amazing that you're able to do that.
Hmm.
What methods do you use to help you leave a relationship that isn't serving you, i.e., let them theory? This is from Kiara.
Hi,
Kiara.
Kiara. A girl. I make a list. Make a list of
That
everything I
damn
hate.
journal.
And that damn journal.
Yeah.
Telling you, I'm saying. I make a list. Lists are life saving. I make a list of everything I hate about him. I make a list of everything I dislike, every ick, every like, and it helps when it's staring back at you because you can't ignore that. It's like a zit. It's just looking at you. So I do that, and then and obviously like that's what I'll start with, and then this is crazy, but I'll do this. If there's something you fucking hate like what's something you hate doing? Working. That's hilarious. Okay, there was a time when I hated going and clocking in, and I just hated it. So every time, for example, if I was gonna go to clock in somewhere and I wanted to, because your brain is a computer, so you can hack shit. You can do association and you can hack your brain pattern. You should read mind hacking too if you're really into like growth and making yourself into a robot. Um, if you every time you go to work and you're gonna clock in and you hate doing that, but it's got to be something you hate. Every time you hate doing it, you think of them, and you think of them. I swear I did this, and that worked. Every time I felt sick or something, I would like, and I think of them, and I was like, perfect, perfect, and I'm associating them so that I could just like kill number one, kill the attraction so quick, which was great. But you're training your brain, and then after that, once you have more like momentum, you block, you just have. Not everyone agrees with me, and not everyone on my team agrees, because I've been known to be a little cutthroat. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So yeah, I'll hit you in a block real quick. Out of sight, out of mind. It's so helpful. It's so
But
helpful.
mute, you don't want to mute. You just fully.
I've muted before, but you have to have so much self discipline if you still have an inkling of something for them, not to let yourself be dragged to that page.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Greek reference. The Oedipus, the odd. I really say it again. Is that the one where he makes something harder for himself? Great, cool. At least you were honest. Thank you. But there's one that's like you help yourself when you make whatever the undesirable action is harder for yourself. Like just put impediments in front of it so you can help yourself. So that's why yeah, the mute would be lit, but and as much of discipline as I have, I don't want to wave steak in front of the hungry. I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna make it as hard as possible for myself. So I am deleting contacts. I am blocking. I am deleting pics. You're dead.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. I love it. I also, I also, well, I did hear that like someone told me you can also put their picture in water and freeze it.
Is that a thing?
Did we go left? Okay, never mind. Well, I thought this was an open-minded audience. All right. Okay. What do you feel most proud of right now from Bree?
Most proud of?
Yeah.
I mentioned it before, but it's
Yes.
valid because it's how long I've been here. I'm really fortunate of how long I've been able to. I remember the first. I remember the first time that I was crossing the border, because I would always have to. They'd be like, "When are you here more?" And I was like,
That voice?
yeah, just like that. They'd be like, "When are you here more?" And I was like, I'm visiting cousins, or like, what do you do? I'm a bartender. Okay, next trip. What do you do? I'm a bottle service girl. What are you doing? Just visiting family, just like, or coming to find opportunities. Well, you couldn't really say that, but I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh. So I do that, um, and I remember the first time when I was crossing the border that they were like, "What do you do?" And it was the first time that I had the fortune of quitting everything else, and it was just music. And I literally like took like 3 seconds of like, I'm a musician. Love. That shit was crazy.
That is
was
so
crazy.
sweet.
Yeah,
I want to see it in cinema. Like, wow.
Let's do it. Let's produce
What a
it.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. So
That
that.
is beautiful. There's definitely so much to be proud of for you. Someone said, "Hi, Jessie.
Hi.
Which song would you say is the most personal and why?"
At the moment.
It doesn't say at the moment, but I guess yeah. Oh right, it does say at the moment.
Brother. Yeah, I can't sing that song. I don't think I can. I can't. I definitely can't sing it now, and I don't think I'll be able to sing it for a long time. Brother. Moving on, cause I don't want to cry.
Okay, they say we have time for one more, so I'm gonna try to like give it
Okay.
a roll. First of all, I love you.
I love you too.
I wanted to ask.
Oh, the other question.
Yeah, I also do love you. I also love you. I do love you.
That's funny.
I love you. I
Thank
do
you,
love you. Okay, we're gonna mess this one question up. Okay, do you plan to release any more poetry in the near future? And also, I'm 8 years old, and I want to know if you have a crush. I want to know if you have a crush. I love you, Jessie. Oh, can you answer both of those? The poetry books in the future, and do you have a crush?
Like Orange Crush, like the drink. Yes, there will be more poetry. And when you love what you do, you just never stop. So I've been making, and I guess y'all are gonna be the first to hear it. I'm working on. Well, actually, no, I'm not working. I finished my second book, and it's coming out real soon. It's called Words of a Goat Princess, Volume 2, The People's Purge.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm stoked. And do I have a crush? 60%.
Okay.
65.
Oh. Okay.
65%. Oh!
Oh. 5% jump in seconds. I love that.
Different. That's funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna try and squeeze this one last question in. What are your plans after tour? Conquer the world? Question mark.
No. I left that dream. I used to have that dream when I was a teenager. Even when I started in the industry, I wanted to conquer the world. And then I tasted fame, and I was like, You
conquer your world.
Conquer your... Ooh, yes. She said you conquer your world. That's right. Mastery of self. Mastery of self is such a glorious journey. Yeah. So that more mastery of self, some rest. Oh, I can't wait to just be in a body of water and float and be weightless. Yeah. I can't wait. It's funny enough. I have like a couple weeks of a breather, and then I'm back on road. Some more touring, which I'm stoked about. More creating, more life, God willing. More of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank y'all.
Guys, it was such an honor to be in the same room tonight and share energy with all of you and with you, and to hear more about you and how you think and how you feel about everything. Can we make some noise again for Jessie? Can we get on our feet?
Thank you. Oh, y'all are sweet. Y'all make some noise for fucking Victoria. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, same side. Same sides. He said, can we sing Same Side in LA? No, you don't understand. Same Side is like, for me, like brother. Yeah, I get too emotional and then I'm going to sound like this. It's going to be too rough. But thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you too.